Hi everyone, welcome to my desk, and here I'm going to share with you something that I've discovered, and it actually is such an easy card. So I've made two of them here. I'll show you that. There's my second one. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So as my card base, I'm just using a red cardstock, and pick this one. I'm doing a poinsettia. So what you're going to need is a stamp. I have this stamp I've had for years. Versamark. I have embossing powder, and let's get started. So with your Versamark, I'm going to stamp that really well as best I can, get it all in the, and then I'm going to off-center stamp this onto my card. I love embossing powders, don't you? Okay, let's do another one in the corner. My desk is a mess. I work best in a mess, I'll tell you that right now. That's just the way I am. In my mess, I know where everything is. If I clean it, I can't find nothing. I'm going to do another leaf just off to the side. You can do it whatever way you want, but I found this was pretty nice. And let's do one more up here. Just any corner. You could use any stamp. You could use this with trees or holly, whatever you have. I just happen to love the poinsettia. All right, set that aside. And now I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to just liberally just with my gold glitter. You know, we just had our wedding anniversary, and I was married, yep, in December, and the poinsettias were all through the church. So I'm partial. Just flick off any of that excess. Let's save this. Set that aside. And now I am going to, with my, I'm going to heat set this. All right. Now what I did on a piece of paper is I stamped my image with black ink and stamped it on there. I made a mask. This is probably the most time consuming of this whole project, is cutting around the details of that mask. You see that? So I did that. Now it's up to you whether, oh, there's no shadow there. It's up to you whether you want to tape it down, but I didn't. I just used it with my hands, and I tried to just find out where that mask should go, which I think, see, it's like a puzzle. I did, one of my pieces did come off, which is there. So what I did next is I have this Tim Holtz Distress ink, and this one is aged mahogany. And I did buy some of these sponges from the dollar store, makeup sponges. They're a little bit cheaper than some of these expensive ones. I try to, if I can cut corners in one area, then maybe I can spend a little bit more somewhere else. So I'm just going to ink up that, and I'm going to push out all around the mask. You can buy masking paper, but I found that for this project, this worked pretty good. So I'm going around each of those leaves with that. And because the gold is embossed, I don't have to, I just go right over top. It doesn't, okay. And I'm going to continue doing that with each of my poinsettias. Just lining it up. I'm gonna, that part that I ripped off, I'll do that separate in a minute. Do you find it pure pleasure just to send somebody something that you've made? I do. I just love it. Just enjoy that, giving of myself to someone. See, this is like a puzzle. There it is. Yep, we were married in December. When I think of it now, my mom must have been going crazy. We were married on Pearl Harbor Day. So we had lots of warning from people that remembered that Pearl Harbor Day. But my mom made our dresses. My dress was white velvet. My sisters, their dresses were red velvet. They carried not flowers, but they carried a fur muff. with sprigs of poinsettias. And my bouquet was a huge bouquet of deep red roses. Pretty spectacular, I thought. And it snowed just enough. Right, to make it nice. Now this little piece, I know this is finicky, but that's all right. I should have cut out another one, but I didn't. All right. Now, you can go in deeper if you want to some of those areas that you want it to be darker. Now, what I have, if I can find it, these little tiny makeup brushes, you know, for eyeshadow. You can buy them in a pack. I'm just going to ink that with my mahogany, and I'm going to go in maybe just to deepen some of those parts of the leaves there, and I'm going to, of course, deepen the center there. Just any little area. Do you want to accent to make it look a little, to make that poinsettia pop a little bit? So at our reception, because it was early December, we gave everybody their first Christmas turkey dinner, so everybody got turkey. My nieces, two little nieces, were only about maybe 5 and 4. They were our little flower girls. They couldn't even get up the steps of the church hardly because of their long dresses. But so cute. Special memories. All right, so there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go around and deepen just the edges of my Now, I do have these half pearls, and as you can see, I'm going to, hopefully, this is not plugged. Yep. This is not always the way. Always when you're on camera, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna, I kind of like these glossy accents for things like this, and I decided to put a cluster of 3 the center of each of these. Okay, here. A little bit of this goes a long way. Don't waste it. So it's like gold sometimes to get a hold of it. Okay, so that's it. Let that dry, but you can see, isn't that beautiful? So then what I did is I just mounted on white cardstock. I used a ribbon and I used a tag punch and just put the word joy there. What I decided too is I had to cut down my page a bit, and so I used that as a border inside the card. And then this one, I didn't do a ribbon at all, but I embossed the word joy. So pretty simple, pretty quick, but I think it looks, I love it. I love the gold and these added to it, and that was pretty quick to do. So I sure hope you give it a try. So I hope you have a great day. God bless.